Hi, I'm Bruce Bonebrake. Welcome to this installment of the AutoZone Do-It-Yourself video series. A common failure in cars and trucks nowadays is the electric fuel pump. This Tahoe has a no-start condition, which can be caused by a host of things, only one of which is the fuel pump. We've already checked out the issue here and know the problem is isolated to the fuel system, but don't know exactly what is wrong. Electric pumps are powered through a relay, which is controlled by the vehicle's ECM. When the ECM detects the key is turned to the on position, it grounds the relay for 3 to 5 seconds, which powers up the pump to prime the fuel rail. When the key is turned to the start position and the engine turns over, the ECM knows to go ahead and ground the relay for good until the key is turned to the off position again. Some manufacturers have safety circuits built in. For example, some GM models run the fuel pump circuit through an oil pressure switch. That way, if the engine loses oil pressure, the fuel pump shuts off to prevent engine damage. Another example is some Ford models use an inertia switch, which would open the circuit in case of a collision. So always be sure to consult a wiring diagram in your repair manual to make sure you know about all the components in the circuit. Okay, we have our Tahoe in the garage, and it's time to start our diagnostic work to determine the exact problem. Before we do that, let's cover some basic safety information.
Be cautious when working under the hood. If the engine has been running, components will be extremely hot, so be careful what you touch. When working around a running engine, it is important to be alert and never wear loose clothing or a necktie that can get tangled in belts, pulleys, or the fan. When lifting a vehicle, never work under it until it has been secured with wheel blocks and securely positioned on jack stands. A hydraulic jack alone is never enough. Be cautious when working with oils and chemicals. Many are damaging to the groundwater environment and toxic to people and animals. Never drain or pour chemicals into the ground or sewer systems. Local municipalities and counties offer resources for proper disposal. And always, remember to wear your safety glasses.
As with any job, to do it right, you'll need the right tools. The nice thing is, the jobs we'll be covering today don't require a large, expensive assortment. AutoZone has quality tools at affordable prices, so pay them a visit if you don't have something you need. The first things you'll need are a socket set, brake line wrench, and a repair manual for your specific vehicle. In case where a specialty tool is required, be sure to check with AutoZone's Loan a Tool program. They have many specialty tools that can help you complete your job a lot quicker and easier. This is one of them right here. This is basically our test kit. We have our fuel pressure gauge. This is the nice feature with this gauge. It also has the valve on it so we can actually get the fuel onto the fuel rail, depressurize the rail. We have the various different adapters that may be required for your application in order to connect the gauge to your vehicle. We have the DVOM that's going to help check our voltage to make sure our voltage is correct. One other nice kit that we have too, once we find out the fuel pump's defective, we need to replace it, that's where this comes in. This has got the brass drift and a dead blow hammer. In case we need to turn that lock ring, you don't want any sparks, and that's why that's so important. We have fuel line disconnects. We actually have the tool that removes the lock ring from the tank. Both of these tools are available at AutoZone's Loan a Tool program. Besides these two kits, you may need a tool to disconnect the fuel lines on your vehicle. There's several of them out there depending on your application. And then we also have a manual siphon kit to get the gas out of the fuel tank. Tell you what, let's get started.
Get the entire DVD for this repair and all other procedures covered in the Complete Car Care series at your local AutoZone store.